Welcome to the Booze Brothers podcast with your hosts, Nick, Jesse, and Kevin. Grab a drink, relax, and enjoy.
To the Booze Brothers. Today, I'm here with Nick and
That's
Kevin.
me.
Yo.
I'm Jesse, and today we're going to start drinking, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So, what do we have for today?
Today we have Tequila, which is a barreled aged lime goza this should be from Two Roads, but called Area 2 Experimental Brewing.
Okay. So they're like alien themed.
Well, I guess that this is like their. I'm not sure if you guys heard of Two Roads Brewing.
Yeah.
I heard of them before.
Yes, I guess this is like their kind of like offset, kind of like let's try some weird.
Oh, it's a spinoff.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're kind of like experimenting a little more
Yeah.
than what they're used to.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So why is it called Tequila?
Because it's brewed with lime and agave. So I guessing agave is used with tequila, or that's how
Oh,
tequila's
a
made.
beer with agave. I never heard of that before.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. All right, let's give it a try, guys. Let's cheers, boys.
Cheers.
What is this again? Is this a sour?
Goza.
Oh, it's a goza.
Yeah.
Goes all right. I can definitely taste the lime.
Yeah, the
That's
lime.
fine.
Ooh,
Yeah, the lime is definitely like the most powering thing about this.
like if they just like put like a whole bunch of lime and just like squeeze the shit out of it
Yeah.
in there.
So Nick, question for you: Gozas they're supposed to be sweeter than sours?
I know they do like a different fermentation process than sours. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be sweeter.
Okay.
I mean, I should know this. I'm like the resident sour guy.
This might be the second goes I've ever had since the last
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
that we did.
Yeah.
That was probably the first one that I've known. And I thought it was more of a wine kind of feel that they're going for gozas, but I could be mistaken with that. I mean, this is obviously a tequila flavor they're going for. Maybe it's just a mixture of liquor.
Yeah, I mean,
alcohol.
all I'm really seeing here is it says ale brewed with lime and agave. I mean, when it comes to agave, I don't taste it. I taste a lot of lime.
Yeah. It's very lime heavy.
I do like it. It's the perfect drink for right now, like the summertime. Like,
Yep.
this is it's actually really refreshing.
Yeah, if you chill this
Yeah.
and just drink it on
Yeah.
a hot day,
Yeah, man.
this is good.
I can even like I can't even like imagine putting this on ice, honestly. Which I don't think you really do that with any kind of beer, but like you can put
Oh.
this on ice. It'd probably be really good.
Kind of like a margarita.
Yeah,
taste
yeah.
to
Honestly, it really does.
You know,
And it looks like a pilsner a little bit. It's like kind of
Yeah, it has that very
yeah.
golden.
But the taste is I actually really enjoy this.
All right, so I'm going to do a little. I found the alcohol percentage with this. I just want to ask you guys how much you think the percentages of this is.
I'm thinking it's around 7%.
I was going to say maybe 7.5 or 8.
All right, Kevin was closer.
7.8.
It's 8.2%.
8.2%. They really hide it well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, you really can't.
They
taste it.
hide it in the taste, and also they hide it very well on the can here.
Interesting.
It took you a while to look for it.
Yeah, I was like, where?
That's surprising because wouldn't have thought that this would be that high, because you really can't taste like the harshness of what they usually have in high percentages.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
This is really good.
I was thinking probably about like 5.
It tastes
5.5.
like a 5, but the
Yeah.
way you asked that question was like, I feel like it's a little higher. I feel
Yeah,
like
but-
Nick's being a little sneaky over here.
It feels like a lighter beer too when it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Initially, my first sip it felt like way too much lime.
Mm-hmm.
But as I took the second and third, I got used to it really quickly, and it's a really good, refreshing beer.
Maybe that's what helps it kind of mask the high percentage of alcohol is that lime intensity.
Yeah. bitterness of that.
Because you're right. Like as soon as I took like first sip as well, I was like, holy shit, this is like really sour.
Yeah, even like smelling it, just pouring when I was pouring it, like the lime was just.
Yeah, it smells like if you were to take like one of those like little lime juice things and just squeeze it into a cup. It smells just like that. It is really
That makes
intense.
sense about the taste too, because when you're taking like tequila shots or you have margaritas, you always try to get that lime in so you don't get the flavor of it.
Yeah.
So the lime definitely has to mask the alcohol, the content.
I feel like you can make a lot of interesting mixed drinks with this. Kind of like how they do with the ginger beer. And,
Yeah.
I feel like you can. I honestly, you could probably make a pretty good like Moscow Mule out of this.
Just put some more tequila in this.
Yeah, put a little, put a little more tequila in
some
there. Yeah, you know, like I'm telling you, man, if you put this on ice, you can probably even make like a slushy version of this. It probably tastes pretty good.
If you put some like mint in this too with some ice,
Yeah.
it'd be pretty refreshing.
That's what I'm thinking, man. Like you don't really think about like mixing like beer or I mean I don't really know much about gozas, but it's maybe they do use those for a lot of mixing stuff. Or,
I mean, I think you probably can get away with it.
yeah, like it's just this is like I don't know, it's really good. Yeah.
I gotta say, I do like the can of this though. I'm not sure if you noticed when you were looking at it. The can itself has their own little designs on it. So.
You see? Oh. They look like little coronavirus cells.
Perfect.
It's very appropriate. I can't.
Yeah,
like it looks like
literally is.
it looks like coronavirus.
I think that's what they're going for. When did they brew this?
Like nothing else makes sense to what you're broadcasting there. Like it's not like I don't know what agave looks underneath a microscope. that looks like a virus, which is very inappropriate.
I'm offended.
I mean, I'm offended. I'll still buy your beers, but I'm offended.
What does this mean? A natural, harmless sediment may appear.
Oh, like you might when you look at it, it might look like a little foggy, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Their can's a little cryptid, which I like it. I like when a can has a little mystery behind it.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like the Scooby Gang a little bit. Yeah,
There's
it's
like-
strange.
Looks like sausage links or something.
I don't know
Why
if
are
like
those combined? It's
Sausage links and
maybe that's the answer. Maybe we have to. Maybe the cure to Corona is sausage links. We're not experts in anything.
Yeah.
The unfortunate truth.
Just don't take our word for anything.
Don't take us seriously in anything at all.
Yeah.
We're
Please
just
don't.
we're just three friends who like beer.
And
We're tasting
NASCAR.
beer.
Yeah, we're just sweating in the living room. No.
Anyway.
I think Kevin likes NASCAR. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so
Wait, NASCAR's good or the beer?
I think Kevin wants us to move on. So would you guys get another round or would you buy a pack of these?
I would get another round of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy a pack for a good summer day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would get another pack of these as well. Do you know how much comes in a pack?
Good thing you asked that.
Yeah.
Comes in two.
Oh, so it's not even that bad.
Yeah.
So you
tricked
wouldn't,
us.
so you can't get one of them then.
So you get one and then you get another. That's
so
the fact.
you bamboozled us. That's
Yep.
what you did. Oh, smart ass.
Nick. Fold again.
Got you
So
guys.
that's why
pretty good.
you're wearing that smile on your face when you're listening to
He's
our
just looking at
answers.
us like these guys have no idea.
He's like,
There you go.
they're gonna say two. It already comes with two of them. All right, I get it.
I win again.
I don't know what you win, but you win it.
A trip to the next NASCAR event. That's all of our
I think he's
prizes.
inviting you to NASCAR.
You guys don't want to go? Come on.
I don't even know who to root for.
Who to root for?
I don't know who to root for. I don't
The
even.
car that's the
brand is-
first.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna root for whoever has the best advertisement. That's pretty much.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
I'm gonna root
if you
for.
like Drano, go for the guy who.
Oh, so you're gonna fall
I
for
can't say if I like
for,
Drano.
for America consumerism then. Like you're gonna go for which product appeals to you
Yeah,
more.
exactly. If I see someone driving like a Funyun car, like I'm gonna be like, I'm kind of rooting for that guy. A little bit.
Wait, like regular Funyuns or flaming hot Funyuns?
Regular Funyuns. I'm not good with spicy stuff.
All right.
Only if
All
his tires are Funyuns.
Our Funyuns.
I mean, if I see that happening, then I'll be amazed. And if he's like skidding out with his tires, you bet the whole arena is gonna smell like Funyuns, like Burt.
That's the
Funyuns.
appeal.
Yeah. No.
I kind of want to go to NASCAR now.
Yeah, I told you.
Are they open?
Are they open?
Is anything open?
I think they close at 9.
You think we leave now, we can make it? I've been to a derby before. You guys ever been to a derby?
Like a dirt, like one of those rally.
It's not really. It's a. They crash their cars into each
Oh,
other.
demolition
Yeah,
derby.
Demolition
Yeah,
derby.
I
Yes.
would love to go to one of those.
Oh,
though.
so you've ever
Do
been
those
to?
have monster trucks in them too, or no?
They don't have monster trucks. They're usually like beat up cars that
They're like
they.
the muscle cars, right?
Not even. Some of them can be muscle cars, and then some of them would be like old ass like SUVs or something. And if you think about the old cars, they're built so different than new cars now. Like most of the old cars
Those
are
are
like
tanks.
metal tanks, right?
Tanks.
So like they're driving these old cars around, and then there's some of them like they put like their own custom pieces on it or whatever. And that's honestly. It was the most hillbilly event I've ever been to, but it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Those seem like fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I actually had a video game on the PC for that back in like 1999 or something, and it was the most
Okay.
fun like racing type of game.
Do you remember what it's
or-
called?
Probably like Demolition Derby.
Probably.
Or something like that.
Probably very on
That
the
rolls off the
nose, like-
tongue.
Like PC games back then, they were named like the most obvious shit.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hide anything.
That was the golden age right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I always wanted to see one of those.
Yeah, man, you don't have to go too far. I saw it right up in where was that? It was in like Middletown. So it's like a couple minutes upstate New York.
Yeah, I'm sure they have them around here. A
Yeah,
lot of
it
them.
gets very hillbilly when it's like 30 minutes upstate New York.
Or down the road.
or down the street.
You ever see Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of the better ones.
Yeah,
It is.
I mean, that's not saying much, but
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say that Fast and Furious is kind of like one of my guilty pleasures.
yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, I can say that about myself too.
Is that why you got 2 F's tattooed underneath your right nipple?
You weren't supposed to see that, man.
Good thing we do this podcast shirtless.
Yeah, we are hot in here. But Nick's the only one without a shirt on.
I thought it was a no shirt party, guys.
Just didn't pack one.
Let me ask you a serious question. I just want to note that me and Nick both went to film school and we failed miserably.
Yeah.
But another point to make. As a film student,
Yes.
why do you like those movies?
What? It's like
Do you like all of them?
no, I don't like all. of them.
Okay.
I mean, the best one has to be Fast 5.
I think that's the most entertaining one in an action way, I would say.
Yeah, I think that was the one that kind of like took it from being more of like a espionage, story-driven experience
Yeah.
to an action summer franchise.
I think it
That's
had
when it was
like,
like a blockbuster.
yeah.
it had like that balance. To me, it had that balance. Like, hey, we're gonna pull this off, but we're gonna pull it off the most like over the top way.
Right.
Did it have the perfect balance of family and Coronas?
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have that family Corona balance.
It's a fine line.
Yeah. I mean, you can have any beer you want. I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, you should be driving. you
should be driving.
drink and drive, but
Yeah, you should be driving, like at 100 miles per hour, trying to steal some DVD players.
That was classic. That movie's not going to age well.
no, it's not. None of them age well.
That was the first one, right? Where they're
Yeah,
stealing from
yeah.
DVD player?
No.
The risks were high.
What kind of criminal hires you to steal DVD players? Is that
Hey,
what
man,
happened? Was
At that time, they were worth like 300 pop. So you get like
But there's like other dude. They like in Fast Five didn't they steal like some Venezuelan rich man's safe?
Like, no, they stole like a whole vault.
Yeah, it's like a whole vault.
Yeah.
Like, right. Okay, so
But that vault was full
God.
of DVD players.
goddamn, they got
No, it was.
$300 Venezuelan
It was.
DVD players.
What did Microsoft do to like? What was their version of like Blu-ray?
It was HD DVD.
Yeah, that's what they were stealing.
Jesus.
HD DVD
Yeah.
sounds like something you don't want to get a positive on your blood test with.
I think those are worth less than DVD players because nobody was making movies for them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of miss those days of the DVD players. There's nothing beats taking out a disc from your hundreds of DVDs you own and then just popping it in something and hoping it works.
I like to like go into the Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. And
Hollywood Video is long gone, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just a memory.
I went to one Hollywood Video one time. I used to go like every Friday after work, and then there'll be that one person there that works there like, hey, can I recommend this to you? I was like, I went to film school, damn it. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes you gotta pull that card out. I know it's a little pretentious.
Yeah,
but
it is. It is a little pretentious,
Yeah.
but it's just like, and they'll like say like, oh, you gotta watch this. I was like, nope.
The only thing that's hard about that is when you do bring that up, when you're like, I went to film school. They're like, did you graduate? That's when you run out of it. I'm just saying. There's always a possibility.
Really personal. Like,
I mean,
if someone says like, "Oh, I went to school for medicine," do you say, "Did you graduate?"
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them because if I get shot and I start bleeding, I would hope they can know
You
how to
actually,
save my
you actually
life.
have a point because what if they went for like one class? Like, oh, I studied medicine. Like, you did one class.
Yeah, you did one class exactly.
Yeah. What class was
Maybe
that?
I'll emphasize that and be like, I went to 3 years of film school and I dropped out my senior year. Who does that? I did it. That's who did it. Anyways, can I rent this video?
So there was one time where I went to Hollywood Video, spent like probably an hour having a conversation with an employee there about movies. I mean, what are you gonna do at Hollywood Video? And like saying like, oh, what you should watch and what you shouldn't watch. And then I walked out, not renting anything. I was like, fuck.
I didn't do what I was supposed to here.
Because
Who window shops at a video store? That's why they went out of business.
Where you come for the conversation?
Nick, you're the only reason Hollywood Video went out of
it
business.
was that one conversation that I had that I didn't rent anything.
You didn't write anything.
I used to run games there. Like, I got Dynasty Warriors 3 there. That's where my introduction to Dynasty Warriors was. Halo. I rented Halo there, the first
Nice.
one. Like, a lot of good
What
games
was
there.
the play? Like they had like a. I know some Hollywood Videos. They had like a little side, like video game store place. Forgot what the name was.
Hollywood Video Games?
No,
We didn't. We only had one Hollywood Video where we grew up,
Okay,
and I don't remember there being a game store.
it must have been like only at certain ones then.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was
think
like-
there was just a section.
Where was it? Where was this when the Hollywood Video
This was in
in
California.
California? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was called like Game Crazy or something like that.
Game Crazy.
Yeah,
God, I miss those old '90s names of stores. Game Crazy.
and it was
Crazy.
yeah. It was supposed to be like competition to like GameStop or something like that. And
My guess is they picked up very well, and they're doing well today.
oh, I think they're killing it today.
Yeah, okay, good. Instead of Game Crazy, they're called Game Lunatics now.
Game psychotics.
Game Psychopaths.
Game Sociopath. Do you guys remember Funko Land?
Funcoland. Why does that sound so
It was
familiar?
a game place where you could like try any game, and I don't like not every game store had that. I remember they had like a Game Gear, and that was the only place that I knew that you could try like things on a Game Gear.
Game Gear?
Yeah, the
Those are
Sega.
the big Game Boy looking
huge
things.
Yeah, they had
right?
like that. Took like the whatever, like AA batteries.
Double
or,
A's,
yeah,
and they ran out in like half an hour.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Funko Land. There was one in
Funko
Jersey.
Land.
And,
Never heard about that.
Paramus. I think that was their closest one here.
No, I never heard about that, man.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Damn.
Yeah. A lot of cool games.
You remember when you had to go like to the store to buy a game, and you had to like grab like the little card thing for them to like scan.
Oh, no.
Card?
Like they had like little like little card things that you can pull out, and it had like the little like UPC code,
This
whatever.
was at a game store?
Yeah, it was like, or like Toys R Us, they had it like that, I think.
No, I don't remember that.
I
Yeah,
don't remember that.
Why do they do that?
I have no
Like, so
idea.
not, is this so people like didn't steal the game?
I guess so.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So the government took your information. That's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Maybe that was in California.
Probably.
It's a whole different world in California.
Yeah, it is a whole different world there.
There was one day where we got okay. You gotta help me here with this story.
Okay.
But there's one day we got me and Nick used to work together.
Yeah.
And there was
Good times.
one day our job catered. What was it? What did they cater? It was the hash browns, right?
It was like the potatoes with the like onions and red peppers and stuff like that.
So hash browns or skillet? It's a home skillet or something like that.
Home fries.
Home fries.
Home fries, yeah.
Yeah. So we called it home fries. And then Nick was like looking at us like we were crazy.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
so what do you call it where you came from?
Country potatoes.
Country potatoes. From California.
I don't know. I feel like that makes more sense.
It does make
Yeah,
more
but
sense.
I feel like
Because they're not actually fries.
They're not fries.
But I haven't been to California, but I know we have more country here. So why you calling it country potatoes and we're not?
Because we're basing it off what
We have
other
more
places will be
country.
like.
But the way you looked at me when we called it the right name, the East Coast name, you're like, what is wrong with
But
these
is that
poor?
really the right name?
This is how Civil Wars start.
This
It
is
does.
exactly how they started.
It does. It's the East versus the West.
Honestly,
I mean,
I never understood the name home fries. I never got it. I never understood it. 'Cause
I mean,
they're not fries.
If you really want
Yeah.
to dive into this, why is anything called anything?
Wow. Okay, that's your out.
okay, you went a little too far.
Why is it called a hamburger when it's made out of fucking beef?
Well, they call
I'm just
that one you got me. But they call them pancakes because you make cakes in a pan.
You don't always make them in pans.
I do.
To be honest.
You can make them in pots. It could easily be called pot cakes, which is a different thing.
Kinda like
which is a
that.
different thing.
Brownies, they're not always browns. It's vanilla.
Actually, I think they're a little more darker than brown.
Whiteys.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want
that's a
to
little.
go
That's a
there.
little on the nose. Yeah. No, they're called blondies. The white. Yeah, the white
Blondies. That's
brownies. Yeah. So those are a little. That's not a good example. That's not the best example to pull out.
Damn, what? Hot dogs? They're not dogs.
They're hot.
I hope they're not dogs.
At least half of it's true.
Yeah, hopefully they're hot. It sucks eating a cold hot dog.
It's not the worst.
What's your life?
Sometimes you're tired, too tired, and we'll make one. So you just take out a cold wiener.
Just
and
one
start
straight
eating
from the freezer.
it. Not the freezer. No, I'm not gonna eat it like a popsicle. That's kind of just
Put it on a stick.
Take what I-
it's a little gay.
Yeah, a little bit. Not judging. It's alright.
All right, you guys ready to try another beer?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it. All right, so first impressions right now. I don't know anything about this beer, but it looks just like the other one. It looks like it's a lighter color. It has literally no head to it whatsoever. There's non-existent head to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like another. I would say like a pilsner.
You know what, I don't-
The smell is interesting.
I don't know why I grabbed 2 cans of it, though. I don't know why I did that.
Oh, yeah.
What beer is this?
Oh.
What's the name of it?
So this beer is from Hackensack Brewing Company.
Hackensack.
Hackensack is a town here in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, we're in New York, but New Jersey's just...
Not far from here. It's about 30 minutes.
Yeah. This is called Hula Skirt Coconut Blonde. That might be what you're smelling.
That's what I. Yeah. Okay. That's what it
That's,
is.
okay.
Yeah.
It is a blonde ale with coconut.
This is probably one of the most delicious beers I'm smelling.
And
Yeah.
it has a alcohol percentage of 5.2%.
I feel like I'm smelling a Yankee Candle right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It does. It's like
It feels welcoming.
it does.
It smells like it's a little toasted.
Oh man.
Like an almond joy.
I'm excited about it. Let's cheers, boys.
Yeah,
let's
cheers to
try
this.
this out.
That's an almond joy.
That is.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my lord! This is the most accurate beer to candy flavor I've ever tasted.
That's funny that you mentioned Yankee Candle.
Yeah.
Because they use like these chemicals to get that same scent.
Well, I hope we're drinking a bunch of chemicals.
I feel like they use that to get this flavor because it tastes just like coconut.
This is honestly one of the most pleasurable experiences for most of my senses. I haven't felt this in my skin yet.
Just rub it in, Jesse. Just rub it in.
That's our next test on this podcast.
And I can't hear anything about it, but this is honestly like really like it smells amazing, and the taste is like the first sip of it, and then the last lingering effect was like super satisfying. Like,
It's
really
like eating an Almond Joy.
yeah, like I can still taste like when you eat an Almond Joy, you can like have like that lingering coconut. I can still taste that. Holy crap! What is this? What are you?
What are you?
Peace, love, beer. Hackensack Brewing Company. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that come at Hackensack?
Who would have thought that
right?
crime-ridden
Something so
city? Wow.
I mean, nothing against the city of Hackensack.
Yeah, I'll say a lot of shit about Hackensack. It's not a nice place.
Sorry, viewers from Hackensack. Listeners.
Viewers, listeners.
If they're viewing us, then they're looking through our window. And let me tell everyone, we live on the top story. The second story.
That was the clanking that I heard.
So they definitely have a ladder. Yeah, no, this is actually, I mean, a huge fan of this.
It also says limited edition quarantine can. So maybe this is just limited edition for this time.
Makes me wonder what they produce. Like, what's like their known beers? Because I never heard of these guys before.
Yeah.
And they're fairly local.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we do...
Let's do a little Google here.
I want to see like what they're really known for.
Like their flagship.
Yeah, their flagship beers, because like this is like really impressive. And I really like what they did here is like they were very. They weren't like over descriptive about what you're gonna get.
It is what you get.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know. Okay,
Blonde ale with coconut? Is that what it
it's just a
says?
coconut blonde.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like they're not like telling you like what they thought. They're not like Almond Joy blonde or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just coconut blonde. It's so
Exactly.
simple.
A lot of these beers, they literally list every ingredient. So they think like, oh, yeah, there's like coriander in there. There's a hint of oregano.
Yeah.
I don't taste any of that stuff. Like, you know, I taste like the main, maybe one or two flavors.
Yeah.
It's a little ambitious when they do that. When they're
It's like, how often am I like tasting oregano?
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, like the less ambitious you are with your cans, like the better your beer's gonna taste. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's like kind of similar to like, or maybe the opposite of like if the book cover looks good, then it's gonna be a good book. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like but this is like, yeah, I think this is like one of the best beers I ever had. Honestly, like this is like.
No, seriously, for me too.
Yeah.
And I like what you said about the can too, because in our experience doing this podcast, I think that's been the case most of the time.
Yeah.
When the can's been really simple,
Very minimalist.
yeah, and not explaining too much and not showing too much.
Right.
It's always been one of the better beers.
Yeah.
And this is definitely the case with this one, the Hackensack Brewing Company.
Like I'm gonna do a little callback. Like when I was younger, the only reason why I bought Goosebumps books. It's a different book. When I bought Goosebumps books, it's because I thought the covers were cool. I never read them. but like yeah, like
I did a book report about one.
I don't even know how to read.
You probably loved Animorphs.
Yeah, dude, because it's a cool cover.
It's all hologram. You just hung those on your wall.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like admire that about these guys. I think they know what works for them, and they don't need to be flashy about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 5.2%, like that's perfect amount for this type of beer. It's a refreshing beer. You know, you chill it a little bit.
Yeah. So Nick, question:
Yes.
when you bought these, this is one of the 2-pack ones or a 4-pack?
4-pack.
4-pack. So would you guys get another round or get a 4-pack of these?
I'll get a 4-pack of these.
Yeah, I'll
This
get a
is
4-pack. Oh, sorry.
oh yeah, this is definitely for me a 4-pack on a very hot summer day here
Yeah.
in New York.
I might buy 2 4-packs, man.
2 4-packs. Oh,
I'm making up
damn.
new rules
You're
now.
like forget this fucking hot summer day. I won't forget.
Cold winter night.
I'm gonna eat almond joys while I'm drinking this.
I'll put the almond joy in there.
It's like double the experience. Yeah, like,
I'm gonna carve out a coconut and pour this beer inside the coconut.
yeah, it's good. Like, oh my god, this is something you could probably mix with another drink too. You know, like a pina colada or some shit. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
Mix it with another, like maybe like a little bit of vodka or something like that.
Yeah, give a little more of like a, or
Maybe
even
some rum. I feel like rum
Yeah.
would be good. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'd get a 4-pack too, and it's a refreshing
Absolutely.
beer.
You know what? It's a good thing I brought 2 cans out here because
Yeah,
I'm going to pour myself another.
Toucan Sam. That's what we'll start calling you now.
I fucking love it, man.
That's it. That's your name.
Can't say it.
Your new name is Toucan Sam. You can't. You're no longer Nick. You got to change your birth certificate.
2 cans.
Toucan Sam.
They're like, wait, has like 2 cans. Have the Fruit Loops guy like, no, I don't want fucking.
When they were doing your baby picture scan, I don't know what the fuck it's called. They saw you holding 2 cans when they were scanning your mama's belly.
Your idea is gonna be like the new McLovin.
It's more believable somehow. Toucan Sam. All right.
Okay, if you say so.
If I see more than 2 cans in your hand, I won't believe you.
Get myself a little bit more of this.
So here's the first time ever for us. We're gonna re-pour more of this into our can,
Into our can, you mean?
into
glass?
our glasses. I mean, I can't tell.
We're gonna pour it into the first can and then pour that out into our glasses.
Okay, we're gonna shake it a little bit.
We get that 2-can flavor.
Yes, and then this is definitely. I think what would be a cool idea is we should have like a top 3 overall favorites of ours, and they can always change depending on what we have.
Right.
This is
What
up there.
do you guys feel about that?
So like a running list kind of.
Yeah, but it has the only way that we can rate it is as a collective. So it would be top 3.
Oh, not individual.
Yeah,
like
so
a group.
right, so it would
Okay.
be 3, and if we all agree on like it being a part of the top 3, it goes on the list, and then any of those can change.
Okay.
All right, how do you feel about that?
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
cool. All right,
Should we
so
do like an individual one too, or just
we could do that too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could do one
let's
list.
start with the group. Let's start with the group.
Okay,
one.
so I would probably confidently say that this is the first one on that top 3, right?
I mean, is this one starting the top 3?
I would say so.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
starting from now, yeah.
I think this is the most that we have been like super ecstatic about.
I think this is one of the best beers I've ever had.
Yeah, it really is.
Flavor wise, to be
Damn,
honest.
Nick, you know how to choose them.
Yeah, Jesus, I gotta bring it next
Yeah.
week. God.
You know when to hold them. You know when to walk away.
I don't know when to walk away. I don't.
That's our problem.
Let's do another cheers. To this one.
Let's
This
do
is
it.
good. So this is the first one of the collective on our list of top 3 favorite beers.
And it's our first double pour.
What's the name of it again?
Hula Skirt,
Hula Skirt
Coconut Blonde,
by,
Hackensack Brewing Company.
and that so far is number 1 on our top 3.
Yes.
Okay. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.